Good morning, everyone. How are you? Okay, for today's session, we have Module 2, English 1. So for this one, we are going to review the topics and I'm going to explain you what we are going to do during this month, okay? So first of all, which is very important, is to taking into account the glossary. The glossary and the syllables that are going to be like the first part according to this lab. So, entonces tenemos para el módulo 2, we are going to work with a company's growth, which is according to technical data sheets, and also prepositions of place and past simple. There is going to be two grammar topics that we are going to focus on. Tenemos dos tareas para este módulo. The first one, as you can see right here, is called technical data sheets, and the second one is a forum. It's called a company's growth. Okay, guys. So, as you can see right here, we have the syllables for this module 2. Entonces, tenemos para este módulo 2 dos actividades que ustedes van a entregar dentro de las fechas February 7 until February 14 and from February 14 to February 21st. You're going to be very aware according to those dates, which are like the limit, the deadline according to the tax. Okay? Entonces tenemos technical data sheets, which it is going to be the first activity, and the second one is the foreign a company's growth. Okay? So, en cuanto al glosario, digamos como lo vimos la vez pasada, es algo muy importante de trabajar. Ustedes tienen allí en la página de inicio 10 palabras, ya las pueden encontrar. So, right here, when you open this, like the web page, you can see boletines inglés técnico. Entonces van a encontrar glossary second week, van a copiar las palabras y van a realizar la rúbrica que deben subir en Evernote. Okay, don't forget. So, we're going to start with our first part according to the grammar topics, which is according to prepositions of place. In this part, in this image, you can see prepositions about time and location. Okay, in, odd, at. We have three of them, and we're going to see what are the differences among them. So, we have right here in general, which is the bigger one, okay? So, in this part, siempre que vamos a hablar, en este caso, de la información que está a la derecha e izquierda del in, nos referimos con esa preposición a algo en específico. Entonces, vamos a ver allí los ejemplos. Centuries, okay? The 80s, decades, the 80s, years, 1970 and 1981. Okay, for example, my birthday is, yeah, you can say my birthday is in, yeah, and then you mention the year, 1822 or whatever. Months, we have July and May. And weeks, 2 weeks, you can say, for instance, I practice English in 2 weeks. There is not going to be pretty common, but is one example according to it. England, which is a country, siempre que estamos hablando de países, England, Colombia, among others, you are going to use in before before the country and city. London, Bogotá, Manizales, among others, you're going to use it. Chinatown, which is a neighborhood. Siempre que estamos hablando de los barrios, vamos a utilizar también la preposición in, which is located before the subject. Entonces, antes del sustantivo, vamos a colocar la preposición. Then we have on, which is more specific and which is a little bit smaller according to the use that we have for this preposition. Entonces tenemos allí días de la semana. Siempre los días van a ir precedidos por la preposición on. On Friday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, and so on. We have weekend. This weekend, esa palabra, podemos decir on weekend or we can say at the weekend. There are two possibilities, ¿ok? Cuando estamos hablando también de una fecha completa, como en mayo 7, 1964, we can say on May 7th, 1964. That is going to be the other example. Also, when you say my birthday is not in. No, we don't use it. We use on. Okay? So streets and avenues. As for street, the corner, that's going to be the example according to that. Cuando estamos hablando de calles o avenidas, vamos a utilizar también on. O con las preposiciones de corner, there is going to be other example. Very specific, smallest, at, okay? So in this part, we have 7 a.m., 12 o'clock, 5 p.m. Hours. These hours are very important. Siempre que estamos mencionando la hora, vamos a colocar at, antecediendo a, en este caso, al número. So we have other part, which is according to a specific location. Okay? Cuando estamos hablando de algún lugar en específico o alguna dirección, we're going to use at. So, for example, you can say, my address is, and then you mention at. So, right here you can see 734 Oxford Street, or you can say, cuando están en un lugar específico, you can say, I am at Manuela Beltrán University, or at the store. So then we continue with topic, which is the same topic, prepositions of place, but in this part, as you can see right here, there is other vocabulary, okay? So the ball is in the box. We're going to see the picture, the image. Vamos a mirar la imagen que tenemos acá, and we have in, on, under, next to, behind, in front of, and between, okay? According to those prepositions of place, vamos a mirar dónde está ubicada el balón en referencia con la caja. So we're going to see some examples. The first one, the ball is in the box. Okay, so as you can see right here. Number two, the ball is under the box. Number three, the ball is between the box and the book. And finally, the ball is next to the box. Okay, there is going to be those four examples. Entonces, siempre, digamos que tenemos allí la preposición del lugar, vamos a ver la relación de un objeto con el otro. En este caso, primero hacemos referencia al balón en relación con la caja, ¿ya? O en el caso de que está entre, we can say book, there is going to be another possibility. Está entre la caja y entre el libro. Entonces, recordemos la instrucción. As you can see right here, tenemos the subject, which is the ball, the verb to be, which is, the preposition of place, and finally, the complement or the other subject that we are comparing with. Okay? Entonces, hasta acá, si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden participar en este momento o me pueden escribir. Ok, let's continue. Vamos a continuar. Entonces, tenemos preposiciones de lugar y de tiempo in, on, at, as I explained before, and prepositions of place. Ahora, teniendo en cuenta las imágenes que vamos a ver a continuación, vamos a hacer un repaso. Then we're going to review what we understood. So describe the picture, right? We're going to see the pictures right here. There is a house, and right here there is a cup of coffee. So according to the different objects we can see or the places, we are going to make some sentences using prepositions of place. In the first one, as you consider here, we have cup and pen. Vamos a entonces a comparar la relación que tiene la taza de café con el esfero. Y en la segunda imagen vemos allí un edificio y árboles. We're going to compare them, but we're going to use prepositions of place. So for the first one, we can say, so according to cup and pen, we can say the cup is next to the pen. That is going to be this example. And number two, trees and building. The trees are next to the building, or we can say in front of the building. Tenemos como tal dos ejemplos, porque si vemos, decimos, los árboles sí están tanto al frente como hay otros que están al lado del edificio. This one or these ones are going to be the two examples according to this part. So let's continue with the two other pictures. Describe the picture and where is it? So in the first one, which is number 3, we have picture and lamp. Entonces tenemos la relación del cuadro con la lámpara. Okay, where we can say according to it. We can say that the picture or the lamp is in front of and the other subject. So the lamp is in front of the picture. And the example number 4, we are relating children and teacher. So we can say that the teacher is between children, ¿ok? If we see, en este caso vamos a enfocarnos en los dos niños que están al lado de la profesora, las dos niñas, ¿ok? There is going to be this example. Any question, let me know. If you want to participate right now, I think there is going to be a very good opportunity if you have any to tell me, okay? So let's continue with the next part, which is according to past simple, okay? Entonces tenemos, primero trabajamos prepositions of place and prepositions of time, and now we're going to continue with the use of past simple. When do we use past simple? ¿Cuándo utilizamos el pasado simple? Cuando hablamos de acciones que ya finalizaron. So, en esta parte tenemos dos clasificaciones. We have two classifications, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Entonces vamos allí a ver cuál es la definición de cada uno de ellos para aprender a diferenciarlos. In the first part, as you can see, regular verbs, we can use infinitive of the verb and then we add at it at the end of it. Eso significa que todos los verbos, como lo vemos acá en el cuadro de nuestro lado derecho, terminan con ed. Es decir, en inglés, digamos que teniendo en cuenta la distinción de estos dos grupos, esos verbos que están allí, o este, porque there is only one, which is work, entonces finaliza con ed. ¿Por qué? Porque es un pasado simple, pero es de los verbos regulares. Entonces, todos aquellos verbos que se clasifican dentro de este grupo, les vamos a agregar solamente esa terminación cuando estamos trabajando el pasado simple. Difference to difference of irregular verbs. Entonces tenemos los verbos irregulares. There are the type of verbs that have their specific form of writing. It means they change in present and completely in past. Entonces, tenemos que la diferencia que tenemos entre el presente y el pasado en la forma en que nosotros escribimos los verbos son completamente diferentes. We can say, for example, I see the eagle. Yo veo el águila. But in past, I say, I saw the eagle. Como pueden ustedes escuchar como tal, digamos que estas dos oraciones hacen referencia a el mismo tiempo, tanto en presente como en pasado, pero la forma en cómo se escribe el verbo cambia o se modifica completamente. ¿Okay? Aquí abajo ustedes van a encontrar algunas páginas de ejemplo para que ustedes puedan acceder y practicar mucho más como tal la parte del past simple. Yes, you can practice, you can make some exercises, and then you can check your knowledge. Exercises. Vamos a ver acá, tenemos cinco oraciones. Write the correct form of the verbs in the simple past. Entonces tenemos, como antes dijimos, regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. Now we are going to classify them according to the verbs that we have right here. So, what is the idea according to this exercise? We're going to write the correct form of the verbs in the simple past. Okay, number one. Entonces vamos a mirar el ejemplo que tenemos allí. I talked to you last night. Si vemos en ese caso, sería un verbo regular o irregular. Recordemos que verbos regulares son aquellos verbos que solo les agregamos ed. En este caso, el ejemplo que nos están mostrando hace referencia a uno de ellos, a diferencia de los verbos irregulares donde cuando están en pasado simple el verbo se modifica completamente. So number two, she volleyball last Saturday to play. Okay, we're going to see what information we're talking about. So in this part, this play, what do you think? Is a regular or it is an irregular verb? Ok, este verbo como tal es un verbo regular. Solamente le agregamos ed. So, number three, we and off last night. Sí. Ok, this verb is an irregular verb. Como es un verbo irregular, lo modificamos completamente and then we put as a that. That is the correct way to write down. Number four, she very well last Sunday night to dance. Ok, ¿qué creemos? ¿Es un verbo regular o un verbo irregular? En este caso es un verbo regular. Agregamos solamente de. ¿Por qué? Porque ya tenemos la E. No vamos a duplicar. We're not going to double the last vowel. No. And number five, I a letter to the president last month. Right is an irregular verb. Como es un verbo irregular, lo escribimos como wrote. We have W-R-O-T-E. If you have any question, just let me know right now. Ok, let's continue. Entonces tenemos que tener en cuenta lo siguiente. El pasado simple hace referencia a dos tipos de verbos. Entonces, los verbos, aquellos verbos que se clasifican dentro de los regulares o irregulares, o también el verbo to be, que funciona un poco diferente. Okay? Vamos a ver unos ejemplos. Tengamos en cuenta esta imagen. That is going to be very important to take into account this picture to see the different characteristics according to that. So, to be in the past tense summary chart. We have was and we have were. Okay, that are going to be just the only two possibilities that we have to use when we are referring to this past tense. Entonces tenemos para las oraciones afirmativas, negativas y las preguntas. Vamos a ver allí, si vemos, ese es el único verbo que vamos a tener para dichos enunciados, a diferencia de los que vimos anteriormente. Affirmative. So we have, I was happy. Okay, you are referring to who? To yourself. Cuando estamos hablando de sí mismos, en este caso, o tercera persona, vamos a utilizar el was. I was, or he was, she was, or it was. Y luego, todos aquellos verbos van seguidos por un complemento. Entonces puede ser un adjetivo, it could be an adjective, or it could be just a place or another kind of vocabulary. Pero no podemos poner en este caso, cuando hablamos de pasado simple con el verbo to be, otro verbo que le siga al was. No, another adjective or another word. He was hungry. She was a nurse and it was big. As you can see, tenemos cuántos adjetivos? Tres. Happy, hungry, and big. And a nurse, that is referring to abbreviation. Then we have were. Entonces, el pasado del verbo to be para we, you, and they is were. We were early and you were at school and they were quiet. So we have at a school there is a place, quiet, which is an adjective, okay? Esa sería la forma afirmativa. Forma negativa que tenemos. I wasn't sad, he wasn't thirsty, she wasn't a teacher, and it wasn't small. Wasn't es la forma abreviada del was not. Generalmente cuando estamos escribiendo, lo escribimos de la manera larga. ¿Por qué? Porque es, digamos que la forma o la manera formal, right? That is going to be this part. But when we are speaking, so we can use the contraction, which is the shorter way. So next part we have we weren't late, you weren't at home, and they weren't noisy. As you can see right there, tenemos el negativo del verbo to be, but as we have right here, esa sería la modificación o la única que tenemos para ello, ¿ok? So weren't, which is the contraction for were not. And the questions, we have affirmative and we have the short answer. We're going to see some examples. The affirmative part, they were happy. Para la pregunta, como vemos allí en el ejemplo, lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a mezclar. Es decir, que vamos a colocar en primer lugar the verb to be as we have right there, then the subject, and then the complement. In this case, there is an adjective. Were they happy? Ah, podemos responder respuesta corta. Yes, they were, or no, they weren't. Okay, the next example is she was rich. So we can say, was she rich? Yes, she was, or no, she wasn't. It depends on the intention you have. Any question, let me know. Don't forget it, you can write a message or you can write an email to me to ask me something that you need. Vamos a ver allí otros ejemplos en relación con el pasado simple, verb to be. So, the first question is, where were you last week? I was at home. You can say I was at the office. Y allí también vemos el uso de la preposición de tiempo de lugar, en este caso el at, porque estamos hablando de un lugar específico. You can say at university or school, among other examples. And then we were in training last week. Okay. Nosotros estábamos en entrenamiento and we weren't at the office last week. Estábamos en la oficina. You can mention just a specific place where you were. Ok, esa sería la parte gramatical para que la tengan en cuenta. Entonces, hicimos, vamos a hacer un repaso de lo que vimos. Prepositions of place, prepositions of time, and then we were talking about simple past in relación, verb to be, in relation to it, and also in relation to just simple past with other verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs, okay? Don't forget the differences between or among them. So check the examples right here, verb to be, right there, don't forget them. And vamos ahora a enfocarnos en las dos actividades las cuales ustedes deben de entregar. Entonces tenemos, for the first one, the technical data sheet, tenemos plazo hasta febrero 7, so February 7th until there is 1 minute to 8, okay? AM, don't forget. What are the objectives according to this activity? So first of all, you're going to describe a technical data sheet and you're going to use prepositions of place to do the description. Entonces, como vimos las preposiciones de lugar, vamos a incluirlas allí cuando estén haciendo la actividad. What do you have to do? So, we're going to make an oral presentation where you describe the distribution of a technical data sheet. Más adelante les voy a mostrar un ejemplo. You need to use the prepositions of place to describe every single space. Be sure on including at least 5 sentences. Por lo menos van a incluir 5 oraciones haciendo referencia a la actividad e incluyendo las preposiciones del lugar. So, en la página, dentro de la plataforma, ustedes van a encontrar allí algunos documentos adjuntos que son ejemplo de lo que ustedes deben elaborar. Sin embargo, dentro de la presentación que les estoy mostrando, más adelante van a ver uno de ellos. The vocabulary on our first submission can be helpful for this. Okay. Entonces tenemos que tener en cuenta que pueden utilizar diversas herramientas. The idea is to make this presentation, you're going to record in a video and you should appear talking in the video. La idea es que ustedes aparezcan allí dentro del video. ¿Ok? Van a grabar sus voces, but you have to appear to show in the video. So for the presentation you can use, para presentar you can use Prezi, Slide Rocket, email, Seer, or another tool that is for your preference. For recording you on your presentation, you can use screencats or matic.com. En este caso, la nota está dividida en dos partes. Entonces, la primera parte de ella se refiere como tal a la presentación, donde ustedes incluyen las proposiciones del lugar, which are the slides, las diapositivas, and also la otra parte, que va a ser la mitad de la nota, tendrá en cuenta the oral presentation, ¿ok? Entonces, la presentación oral, el video. So, ¿qué recursos tenemos allí? Material de estudio, PDF format, the database, la base de datos, the complementary material, and then we have herramienta web 2.0. Allí ustedes pueden ver las instrucciones, bueno, de lo que ya vimos, y al lado tenemos, so we have right here, next to the instructions, we have the technical data sheet. As you can see right there, tenemos allí una serie de información acerca de un producto. Ustedes pueden pensar en la compañía con la cual ustedes trabajan o alguna compañía que les guste y que les gustaría dar una descripción. Sí, si vemos acá, tenemos diferente información. La idea es que vamos a utilizar toda esa información para elaborar por lo menos 5 enunciados, ¿ok? But don't forget to record your voice and appear on the video. So, example, another example. Tenemos acá the product name, the color. We have all the information about the guitar, okay? You can see this example and you can create how many sentences? 5 sentences. Y la segunda actividad que tenemos acá en esta parte, that we have right here, so do we have from February 14th to February 21st. So we're going to be aware according to those dates and present on time. Don't forget. Los adjetivos que tenemos para ella son los siguientes. To describe how a company applied changes for its own improvement, to correctly use simple past tense for describing past changes, and to correctly use technical vocabulary according to the context. Okay? So, as we have right here. Entonces tenemos el uso del pasado simple. Por eso lo vemos en la segunda parte de la presentación. La idea es que ustedes, de acuerdo a la compañía en la cual trabajan o en una compañía de su gusto, de su preferencia, piensen en qué tipo de cambios surgieron en el pasado y ustedes cómo pueden describir. ¿Ok? Traten de utilizar el vocabulario técnico del glosario 2 que está cargado allí en la página y lo van a adecuar al contexto. That is going to be the principal idea. What do you have to do? Okay, the idea is you're going to write a structured paragraph to describe how your company managed to grow and reach his current position. Como vemos, una compañía siempre tiene una historia y han habido algunos cambios. ¿En pro de qué? De la mejora de la misma. La idea es que ustedes escriban un párrafo describiendo cómo esa compañía de alguna manera ha estado dirigida y cómo ha crecido y tiene la posición actual. Todas las oraciones deben ir en pasado simple. Por lo menos van a escribir 10 de estas. Okay? There is going to be the most important idea in regards to it. Entonces pueden hacer la presentación en Prezi. You can do it in PowerPoint. It's okay. But Prezi es una herramienta que tiene diferentes we can say like different tools, diferentes herramientas que ustedes pueden usar para hacerlo un poco más llamativa, más atractiva. So the idea is to include images and include the sentences as well. Resources, ¿qué recursos tenemos allí? Material de estudio, la base de datos en línea de la UMB, el material complementario, and Prezi, which it is going to be our tool. Accompanies growth. Okay. So, mencionamos qué es lo que deben hacer allí. Escribir un párrafo. Don't forget it. And use simple past. Okay? There is everything. Thank you so much. If you want to contact me, you can see right here my email, angela.garzon at docentes.umb.edu.co. Okay? And there is the telephone. You can contact me any way that you want. Okay? So thank you so much. Have a great day. And if you have any question, just let me know. Bye.